And welcome back to BFG, the Barely Functional Gamers Podcast, episode 52. I'm Chris.
David.
And it is April 21st at the time of this recording. You can also catch us live every Sunday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at twitch.tv/barelyfunctionalgamers and or on any of your podcasting apps. You can also follow us on Twitter at Twitter/BFGS Podcast. On Instagram at Barely Functional Gamers or under the Barely Functional Gamers name on YouTube and or SoundCloud. Also remember, this is not a work-safe nor child-friendly show. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That thing with those people. Get them out.
Yep.
Anyhow, it's been an interesting week.
Yeah.
Been an interesting last few weeks.
Yeah, what happened?
Well, just everything that's been going on in general with us, with episode 50, playing far too much Space Engineers, as the name suggests of this episode.
Yeah, way too much Space Engineers.
But we're trying. We're trying to do the competition, so.
Yeah, but they had an update, and they had some DLC stuff
which we've
come
talked
out.
about, yeah.
Yeah, so. Yeah, it's one of those games, just like, once I get started, I can't put it down, as we've talked about before. Just games where you get to make your own stuff in it. Creative games.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a ton of fun. You have some massive failures at times.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with the mods we have going on in there right now, because there's actual, enemies in there that will attack you, and they'll just fucking...
Wreck your day,
yeah. So it's just like, I was used to before where there's no enemies, so it's like, okay, I'm just making this like on minimal resources. I'm just enough resources to get my ship out of the atmosphere of the planet to space, so I can go mine some stuff. I get up there and like, there's just gonna be random ass enemies that are doing like scouting around or something. Oh, hey, look, they blow your shit up. It's like, okay, no minimal resources anymore. Like, you have to fucking just go all out and have defenses and shields and all that stuff.
It's funny because the planet, being planet-side, you have shit ton of enemies flying around as well, but you're safe on the planet.
Safer,
yes. As long as you're smart about stuff. You can avoid the enemies. However, in space, no one can hear you scream.
You had to say it, didn't you?
I did. But yes. Anyways, we probably should move on to the actual news.
Yeah, there's hours of video on our Twitch. So if you really wanted to see like
our failures,
yeah, go check that out. Anyways,
anyhow, so we'll start with PlayStation 5. So Mark Cerny, I think is how you say his name.
I think so.
It's systems lead architect. Was talking about how the PlayStation 5 will be an acceptable price with all the tech that's coming along with it.
Yeah, I wonder what acceptable means. That means different things to different people.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. But with the backwards capability, the ray tracing,
so it's gonna be backwards compatible with PS4. PS4 only. He didn't say. Did he?
He didn't say.
Just said backwards compatible.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna assume only with PS4. But we'll see.
But then he has the 8K res. What is it? The ray tracing and
8K res.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's gonna have 8K resolution.
Oh, 8K.
Yes.
I thought you said AK. I'm like,
oh no,
AK. Okay.
No, 8K.
8K. It's gonna be capable
resolution,
of rendering out in 8K. Okay.
And then an AMD chip, which they didn't specify if it was going to be the processor.
But it's going to be like their high end. I'm going to assume, because if they're doing built-in ray tracing, it's most likely NVIDIA technology for the ray tracing. But if it's AMD, they're most likely going to use that, like some of the like high end stuff for the CPU, or even custom. Probably custom. Probably custom, because the AMD is a little better at multitasking.
Yeah, no, definitely. AMD is definitely better for video games in general.
For CPU.
Yeah, CPU. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, for video cards for rendering, yeah, for the GPU, definitely probably Nvidia. Again, those RTX cards, fucking ridiculous, fucking ray tracing real time. Anyways,
Yeah. So with a little bit of maneuvering and fucking around, I personally have come up with the guesstimation of the price being at least 1.5 times the price of the PlayStation 4 on release.
Upon release,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I could see the PS5 being about that because with the AMD chip alone, it's about 300.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens because I feel like this generation, the lifespan of the system is shorter than it was the year before. But they also kind of did an experiment. Both Sony and Xbox did an experiment where they're like, hey, you know what about midlife? We release a more powerful version of the system. It's like, oh yeah, this is not a new system. It's just a better version of the one you already have. And so a lot of people felt okay about, kind of like trading in their shit and giving them a little more money to get the next one.
Yeah.
And it's kind of genius, because it's like it feels safe enough because you're not investing in a whole new system, but at the same time you're still giving them more money. So that's pretty genius. I feel like they're probably going to do that with the PS5 as well.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Because even though they say like 8K resolution, that might be something that's maybe not on the first version of the first release.
Yeah,
we'll see. I kind of feel like it's still a little too far in the future for them to have it right out of the box. But I feel like maybe like, oh yeah, here's a PS5 Pro. This one can actually do 8K. But we'll see.
We shall see. So yeah, I mean, make your own conclusions. You guys can look that stuff up, do more research. I'm not a big PlayStation fan in general, so I didn't do a hell of a lot of back search on it. I just research back research. You know what I meant.
That's why we keep you around.
Yes, it is. Because I'm easy to laugh at. I laugh at myself most often. So I guess we should move on to the next bit of newsworthy, but not video-worthy.
Star Wars.
Yes. So
there's no video of it.
Yeah. At the Star Wars Celebration event that happened, I want to say a week ago.
Yeah, because we talked about a bunch.
Yeah, in the last episode.
Last episode, yeah.
MTV News actually got an opportunity to talk with Star Wars Films or Lucasfilm's boss, Kathleen? Yeah, Kathleen Kennedy. Yeah. And she had mentioned that they are working on something related to Knights of the Old Republic. But that was about it. She didn't give very much detail, so most of the information about that is still shrouded in mystery.
Yeah, I feel like it should be a TV show, probably a Disney Plus.
It would be nice,
TV show, because there's so much content there, that they should make a show rather than like trying to make a movie. I would think.
I would hope so.
Yeah, not to mention since it takes place in the past, if it's Knights of the Old Republic. I feel like it would lend itself better to a TV show, seeing as how the movies are moving forward in time.
Well, and they're doing the new the new Clone Wars. They're continuing the Clone Wars, so maybe they'll do that style of art for it and do that story.
Maybe
that would be kind of cool.
Who knows?
Especially if they do like a flashback to Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, I mean we'll see because as it is the what's it called it's not Boba Fett, but the Mandalorians, right? Yeah, they're doing that's live action.
Yeah,
so it's not like they can't do it.
True.
But I suppose a animated TV show would probably be a smaller budget because once you get those assets created, you're just reusing.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but either way, it could be pretty fucking interesting.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in it. And plus, it could easily lead to more video games of Knights of the Old Republic. I was a fan of Knights of the Old Republic. I was a fan of 2. Yeah. SWTOR, I was... I
that one was what, online?
Yeah, that was the
online.
Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic online. But yeah, I was okay with that. I liked playing through it once. I beat it one time, and I did the bounty hunter mission, and I started playing the second time, and I was like, "No, I'm done."
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I forgot. Did you get me to try to play that one?
I think so.
Yeah, I think I played.
Yeah, you did.
I think I played it for like a couple days, and I was just like, nah.
Yeah.
I never touched it again.
Sadly.
Yeah, I think
it just wasn't.
Actually, I think a friend gave me a free copy that they had.
Yeah, because you have the.
That's right.
You have.
That's right. I got a free collector's edition.
That's right.
That's right. It was Rhett gave me that, and I was like, oh, cool. You know, like it has all this stuff. And then I played the game. I'm like, oh, well, at least it came with a cool statue. I mean, it was free. I can't really complain, but I was just like, it's yeah. I didn't. Yeah. I couldn't play it. It was not for me.
Yeah. Even as a fan, it really wasn't for me either.
That's the thing. I was like, so like me, that I didn't really play the original games, but for someone that's a big fan of the originals to not like it,
yeah,
not a good thing. Not a good thing. So hopefully, BioWare that made the originals?
Yes. BioWare worked on or made SWTOR as well, but under EA.
Right. Yeah. Well, BioWare's not the same company it was before. It's all different people and shit now. It's BioWare by name only now. Mm-hmm. So anyways, we'll see what happens with it.
Well, speaking of MMOs, and going into one that I truly enjoyed.
Nice segue.
Thank you. City of Heroes. So City of Heroes secret server was leaked by a quote-unquote concerned invitee. Brian, I believe, was the name of this individual, who not only was what is the word I want to say? He was worried that they were trying to cover their tracks on forums, so they were actually in charge of some of the forums where people would ask, "Oh, hey, what about they have so many emulators out there right now? They have a Star Wars Galaxies emulator. Why don't what about a City of Heroes one?" And they would shut down the conversations as fast as they could.
Who were the Paragon?
No, the guys who were in charge, which is Score.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they were shutting it down so that nobody would talk too much about it, or if it got too popular, they'd start throwing people in there for naysayers or being like, "Oh, that's never going to happen."
Right.
Understandably, because they're trying to cover their asses when it comes to.
Just so y'all know, City of Heroes was a game back in the early 2000s MMO, but then they stopped support of the game, so they shut down the servers. Officially, they shut down the servers.
Yeah.
And there was and officially they had no way of making private servers. So anyways, that's why there was a secret server going on, because they didn't want to get shut down.
Yes. This was a secret server set up by Score, which Score is stands for Secret Cabal of Reverse Engineers. I love that.
I love that name.
It's so perfect, especially for this kind of stuff.
Pretty awesome.
So yeah. They set that up. They had it where if you would do videos or you talk about the game, but you really didn't try to go asking strictly for invitations, or if there was one, they would contact you and be like, "Hey, are you the real person? Are you the right person to talk to? Did you say this?" And then slowly work their way into trusting the person and then invite that person to come play.
Yeah, I've definitely been on forums for stuff where it's just like, you have to be invited by somebody who's in good standing and shit. So I know how that is, and rightfully so, depending on what it is that you're doing.
Especially because they're worried about NCSoft, bringing down the lawyer fucking hammer as they've done with other people.
Right.
And I completely understand. The fact that if I had an opportunity to play on this, you wouldn't be fucking hearing about this right now.
Yeah.
I would be like, nah, that didn't happen.
yeah, but now it's out in the open. It's like, and I wish I'd known about it.
Fuck yeah.
I love that game,
dude. That even with how obviously the quality of the game is lower than what we're used to now. Oh, yeah. This game was. I played it for far longer than I expected.
Yeah, it was the size and like the scope of the game itself.
Yeah.
How much actual things there were to do, the community. Yeah. The insane amount of customization on your own characters and stuff, because it was you had just tons and tons and tons of ways of customizing the look of your character, customizing your moveset, customizing the special effects for your moveset, everything. Yeah. Anything and everything.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, I was telling you, big screen, man. Big screen.
I'll just say it. Jesus.
Well, because I didn't want to be so obvious. I was trying to be professional here, man. Anyhow, yeah. No, this game was a lot of fun, and this is what they did for the end of the server. They made it an apocalyptic event, which is pretty awesome. You know, that's what I think by then that was NCSoft. I have to give them credit, I guess. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, please, because I would not want to take away from Paragon Studios.
Right.
Paragon Studios also ended up working on Star Trek, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think it was.
So, I mean, you know, there's some good stuff. That's really all I got. The other part of the whole thing was Brian accused Score of having official player information data, account data, when they got help from some of the people who worked at some unnamed individuals who worked at Paragon, and they were helping them out. So that was pretty cool that they were actually going out of their way to help them. And Score made sure to not mention that, and they're like, they won't give out that information.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, because I as a developer, I would think it'd be like, hey, you know what? Like, especially if you're not like corporate and of that developer, but it'd be like, hey, you know, like there's some fans of the game that just want to continue to play the game.
Yeah, they're not making money off of it. They're just having fun.
Yeah, I'd probably help them out too. You know, just don't say anything. So yeah. So it's sad to see it go down. Sad that we didn't know about it.
Well, I don't know if it's gone down yet. We're all hoping NCSoft won't do what we expect them to do, but they probably will do it. So
right.
Fuck.
Yeah, which it's sad to see on a game that's not being supported anymore. You know, because at least like when people like emulate old video games, now companies can actually say, well, we are selling those again. We're selling like the Nintendo Mini and stuff like that. And so it's like, so there's actual viable ways of playing these games out that they're making money from. So they are taking money away from them if people are emulating them. That's different. For a game that's not being supported, not being sold or anything, you know, it's like, unless guys you plan to do it, like they should just fucking leave them alone.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. It's sad.
Yeah,
plain and simple, it's sad.
Yeah. Anywho,
all right. Moving on to some real world events. Assassin's Creed Unity review has skyrocketed.
Yeah. So on Steam, well, I guess we should go through what happened in Paris.
Yes.
Right.
So if you don't know, climb out of that hole under a rock and watch a little bit of TV. But Notre Dame had caught on fire. Understanding what has been said, it's believed that it was a electrical fire as they were doing renovations. So that's why the fire happened. The roof collapsed on the backside, but everything else should be fine. But yeah, Assassin's Creed has been, had it in Unity.
Yeah,
had Notre Dame in Unity, and so because of that, and I think they've gone out of their Ubisoft. So Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed Unity, which I do own, I have played it. There's a version of the Notre Dame in there, and they did extensive research to make a recreation of it in the game, and so it is kind of like almost like a tool to use to kind of rebuild it. Well, not only that, but I think they've also stated that they were trying to go out of their way to help out with it.
Right, which makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a smart move on Ubisoft.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%. They haven't been doing the greatest in gaming stuff lately, but at least they're standing out and trying to help out.
Right. And by the way, the video that we had thrown up there was a good video made by Mashable. Mashable, yeah. They had some good footage there. So
if you want to watch that, on your own or whatever, we'll leave all that information.
Yeah, we'll put a link in the description. Yeah. So people in support of Notre Dame have gone back into Steam, and even though that game's old and no one was really leaving reviews anymore, all of a sudden just got flooded with a ton of good reviews,
which is cool because it shows people actually care.
Yeah, so it's interesting how real life affected like this game.
Yeah,
and vice versa. But anyways.
All right, so there's that. Last bit of information?
Yeah, last bit. So this week Nintendo is showing what their new 3.0 update is going to be for Smash Brothers. And they also showed off the gameplay mechanics for Joker from Persona that's going to be showing up in Smash Brothers. And I gotta say, like, Joker is looking pretty fucking cool, man. I think I played a Persona game once just for like a little bit, but I can't say that I actually like know anything about it really. But the art style, that's one thing I do love, is the art style.
Yeah. Isn't Persona, don't they also have an anime for this? I'm pretty
believe
sure
so.
they do.
Because there's like the main series of games, and then there's also like a fighting game, and then there's like a music game. And I mean, it's just become so popular. There's multiple, game types.
Yeah.
And I think, there might be an anime about it. Pretty sure there is.
I'm pretty sure too, but I can't remember. Maybe I'm mixing it up with something else, because all I can think of is, like, I remember this guy who wore, like, had a mask like his, but it was a butterfly mask, and he had like butterfly wings.
I think that might have been from 4. I don't know.
Anyways,
I don't know. But the character looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
He has some interesting play mechanics. I don't know if anybody's ever watched like JoJo Bizarre Adventure or played any of that stuff. He also has like a persona, or if you're thinking of JoJo, like a stand, right? And as you get hit, and as you do like specific type of blocks that absorb energy, then you can actually like have your persona come out, and then all your moves are amplified at that point. So it's pretty cool. It's definitely a different type of play mechanic from other characters in Smash Brothers. Which is one thing that is nice about Smash Bros. That they're fine with just like throwing in whole new mechanics.
Yeah.
And this is the first character that's going to come out for their release of characters. I think they have 5 planned. And I love that they capture the art style in the stage, which is actually showing right now. I'll do a little close up on that. Because look at that. Because Persona has this really, really cool stylized look to it. And they brought that to the stage. And right now that you're looking at it changing colors, is that every time you change music tracks, the color of the stage changes to match the music.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
That is a cool feature. And that's one thing I've constantly been impressed by with Smash Brothers, is just like how well they capture the look and feel of each individual like franchise.
Yeah.
Even when it's not their own franchise. Sometimes I feel like they've captured it better than the actual franchise has. Namely Sonic.
I like the fact that when he fell off the edge, he actually was able to jump off the train that was passing by.
Right.
That was pretty cool. Either that, or it just looked like he actually jumped off the train. I'm not sure, but
I'm pretty sure he did, because in Smash Brothers you can interact with a lot of the background elements.
It's pretty cool
and stuff. Yeah. Wario. Or my bike. Also, though, because that's like DLC stuff, right? But as far as free content's concerned, they have their 3.0 update. So along with, basically has new modes.
Okay.
Right. So there, I'm gonna show video of that right here. There we go. So what they did is they have a stage builder.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
The Switch has a touchscreen, and so it's real easy. Just get your finger, draw a shape, and it'll build it, and it's a physical object that can be interacted with.
That's cool.
And so, the look and feel of the stage creator reminds me a lot of Little Big Planet.
No, you're right. It does.
Yeah, it feels a lot like Little Big Planet.
Go large so everybody can see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks pretty cool. You have like different layers. You can set up like movement and rotation, and there's like little objects and like springboards and cannons and all sorts of cool shit like that. So it's gonna be interesting to see what everybody makes with it. And I love like Mario Brothers 3,
nice,
with the little curtain raising up and stuff. That's kind of dope. Yes. I'm surprised Nintendo hasn't actually done that themselves. But the other good thing about this is because people are now paying for online with the Switch.
Yeah.
So now they're really going forward with their functionality, and so this game is actually going to let you share like all your creations, and and they have a video editor now. Yeah, video editor.
That definitely interests me, mostly because I do all of our editing.
Right, and it's almost like Premiere. They have.
Oh yeah, no, it really is.
They have like an actual video editor that you can cut and paste and add transitions.
I don't see any. I don't see any effects though. That's what I'm looking for.
No, I don't think they want to let people fuck with the way the game looks.
Yeah, which I understand that.
Yeah, but
they do have transitions, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, they have transitions. You can put text, and you can also share those videos.
Nice.
So, and they're going to have a mobile app that'll let you interact with all this stuff and look at all the videos and look at the stages. So you can be on your phone and be like, hey, look, this stage looks pretty cool. Okay, like queue for download, and then when you get home and turn on your Switch, it'll like fucking download it.
Nice.
So it's smart. Yeah, it's smart. It's a good way of having their first like big venture into like modern online usage, aside from just being able to play with other people online. And I can see, I mean, it's going to go nuts, I think, because you can share like your Mii characters, you can share videos, you can share your stages, and I see this blowing up.
Oh yeah,
it's going to blow up. They're going to have their own system of being able to like have likes and followers and stuff. Oh, so you can like your favorite stage creators, whatever, you can follow them and see what stages they make.
It's kind of like Steam's content creators for the workshop. You can like follow them, put likes on it. That's cool.
Exactly.
That's a good idea.
Exactly. And that's the thing is like anytime you have anything creative like this, it's going to be like that. So it's going to be interesting to see what else Nintendo does with this, because I'm sure this is like their first like, hey, let's see how well this works. If this blows up, I'm sure they're going to add this kind of functionality to more games.
Yeah, I could easily see that.
Yeah, and I'm like 100% sure that this is just going to blow up.
I'm surprised they didn't just take that the new editing. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised they didn't take that and just add it to the Switch as an app, basically, to be able to do that with any of the games you're playing.
Who knows? That could be in the future.
Yeah, that would be a really smart move. Because I know not everybody has a game capture device, so it'd be definitely kind of cool to have that where you can put it on.
I wonder if that would have any licensing. No, I guess not, because like PlayStation and Xbox have where you can stream and record and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't think it'd be a problem. Should be fine. Yeah.
So, nice. April 17th.
Yeah, it's out already.
Yeah.
I mean, like, literally, it was like...
it was already the 21st?
It was the next day. It was like the next day, hey, all our stuff's coming out.
That's cool, though.
So, yeah, if you go on your Switch right now, I can do it. Anyways, that's all the news I have in video games this week.
Yeah. It hasn't been slow, but it hasn't been crazy either, so...
Yeah, I can't remember which games, but I remember they're doing, like, another, like, Genesis Mini... thing, and like it's not released yet. I mean, there are versions that are out there, but they haven't released it yet. And I think they had announced some new games. We'll see, because the past version of the Mini Genesis was really poorly done. The emulation was poorly done. So hopefully this time it comes out better, because both PlayStation and Nintendo have shown various minis that work well.
Yeah.
And so for the Genesis to kind of like be shit, it's kind of sad.
Well, it's kind of sad. Sega does seem to drop the ball a lot lately.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
I know it's your favorite, but
I was a Sega kid growing up, for sure. I know. Sure. There's a lot of, I mean, I had both systems, but I had the Genesis first. I had that one by itself longer before I got like a Super Nintendo. Yeah. My very first system was a Nintendo, but as far as like the Super Nintendo Genesis, I liked my Genesis, man. That thing was dope.
No, I don't blame you. I mean, we could afford, when I was younger and I actually finally got the Nintendo, we could afford the Nintendo. Right. We couldn't afford the Genesis. Right. Because it was definitely a better system. Just to say.
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that they didn't have censorship on a lot of the games let developers be a little more creative. Yeah. And there were some really kick-ass games on it.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely.
That I think also is probably more expensive to develop on the Super Nintendo, just because Nintendo always has like their own custom chipsets that you have to purchase per cartridge, which leads into this whole thing of fucking bootleg games. And anyway, that's a whole different issue I'm not going to talk about right now. Yeah. But before we go, I do want to shout out again to our friend Gabby. Yes. Because he, if you look on our Instagram for BFG, you'll see we've put up pictures, but he was awesome and donated a new computer to us because our old computer for streaming kept crashing on us.
Yep.
And he sent us a custom well, not custom, but it's a limited edition Fallout computer. Looks dope. Like I said, go look on Instagram. It's pretty cool looking, and yeah, we're able to get through the whole show today because of it and because of him. So
thank you, Gabby.
Thank you, Gabby.
And I'll just say this because I am definitely the Fallout fan out of us two. This thing's fucking awesome. I was half tempted to be like, well, let's put the case that I bought in here, and I'll take this case. But no. Thank you, Gabby, very much for all this. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, very awesome. Cool. So on that note, we're going to get out of here.
Yep. Till next time, I'm Chris.
David.
And this is BFG. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Later, guys.